right. There were days when you start trying to please the crowd. When they're unforgiving, there are easier ways to make a
And we're all down to this. Two teams battling it out in a foreign state. It is the landlords, it's versus the tenants. It's the Melbourne Demons versus the Western Bulldogs. This Saturday night at Optus Stadium. And if you are not excited, you're not a football lover. If you're a Melbourne supporter, foreign territory. If it's a Western Bulldogs supporter, you had a taste 5 years ago and you want to live more of a nibble. But I tell you what, listeners, J-Dog and I are pumped for a massive grand final show. This is Lace Out, and it's how you want your grand final week edition of the single greatest non-AFL affiliated podcast in the history of podcasting. I'm Chris Pepper, the 377-game superstar of the East Keilor Football Club and a massive Melbourne supporter. It's been a huge couple of weeks. But that doesn't mean that I'm the only person who's excited here, because my co-host, the cash to my tango, he had a brilliant Sunday night watching his idol, Mr. Wines Thighs, have a great win in the Brownlow medal. So, Jamie J-Dog Wallis, how are you, my friend? And welcome to our grand final week.
Thank you very much. I am good. I'm over the moon, Peps. I'm over the moon.
What's are you over the moon about? Like, is it the win on the weekend? Is it something else? What is it?
Look, a couple of things, Pep, to me. I don't know, because we're all now in lockdown, as we all know. I'm going to get the mic close to my mouth. My McDonald's Monopoly has been going sensationally. I've got a couple of free coffees chucked in there, a couple of small frozen drinks also as a bonus. How's your Macca's Monopoly going, Peps?
I don't go to McDonald's all that often. I've cut back on my coffees.
Okay.
Got to slim it down, mate. I've got to slim it down. Got to look good for the nudie run. If the D's get across the line this week,
yeah,
I've got to look good for the group. So I'm not on the Macca's, but look, J-Dog.
Yes.
It was a massive Brownlow.
Yes.
Pretty slow week news-wise, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to have a great time. We've got the Portress on here, Rude Boy's with us, Tory's with us, Nude Nut. Jeez, Nude Nut's been going me every day. Peps, you nervous yet? Peps, you nervous yet? Peps, you nervous yet? I tell you what, I'm looking forward to a massive grand final. We're going to get into all those bits and pieces. We're going to get into the usual bits, news, splashing the cash. We're going to spin some magnets. It's going to go you're the best, because there's only one best, and he's from my team. But you know what? We're going to freeball a lot of tonight's episode because of the bye, nothing much really outside of who's going where's happened. So
Peps.
We're freeballing this to a degree, but we want some questions from the people on the chat tonight.
Peps,
listening to us live on Facebook. Give us some questions.
We saw your video, mate.
Yes, which one?
The video of you and your house has basically dropped in value of about $400,000.
Not possible, my friend.
Dropped in value. If I was Rousey, I'd be getting out there straight away and ripping that shit down. I'd be getting the carsher out in the front and just spraying the concrete. You don't want to lose value, Peps. This is a time to sell high, good market, and you've devalued your house.
Well, let me give you an update on the decorations. If you haven't seen on our Facebook page, I have decorated the house in a beautiful red and blue ensemble just to draw the neighbours in and let them know there is a Melbourne supporter in Taylor's Hill.
Let them know there's a private school boy as well.
Exactly right. Now, classic is that here's an update. No need to karcher, because the rain that we've had over the last 2 days has washed away the emblem on the driveway.
Karma.
Yep. The flags that are on the roof, due to the excessive winds, hail and rain, they snapped off. They're not on the roof. And due to the excessive use of internal heating by my kids who do not know how to wear jumpers, it has caused humidity in the house, causing the windows to fog up, and thus a light layer of liquid has caused the sticky tape to fall off, and so all the stuff on the windows has fallen off as well.
Some would call that an omen for the weekend, maybe, Peps, but I'm not, because I am on the D's bandwagon. But some may say that's an omen, Peps.
Oh, Tory. Here's a question, and I've got a few people. Trops is on here with me. He's a mad Melbourne man as well too. And the questions just come through from Tory, and I have to rip this one out. And it's simply this. Are you jumping on the tattoo bandwagon if we win the grand final? And if so, what are you doing? Well, Tori, I can tell you now that I have said yes. That I will be going down. I will be going down the tattoo route if we do get one.
That is so embarrassing. Sorry, go.
And it's not just me, the legend himself, the man who I tried to get on tonight, Big Trev, is getting one with me. Big Trev and me, the love machine, Marky P, soft.
Trev can do it.
Now, we're not, but we're probably just going, I'm probably going the logo, not this logo, but the MFC part, just on the inside of the heel, just somewhere, not everybody can see it, just something for me, or I'm just going to get a big demon's head on my calf. Whichever I feel in the mood for. You know what?
No.
Hey, why not, Jamie? Why not? You show. Why not show what happened? Why not show off? Look, you show off your receding hairline on a daily basis. You proudly go that you're balding. You're proudly telling everybody that you're generating 22.64 kilowatts of energy on the solar panel in the back of your
Oh, God, it's so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed, Peps. It's so right. Embarrassed for you.
And I'm an embarrassing type of guy.
Don't do it.
My choice, my body.
It's true. Why don't you get on your tackle?
Oh, yeah. Nah.
Get a tackle tat.
Okay.
Imagine how much that would hurt. One, like, imagine, like, bzzz, like that would cane.
You're going to need an inch per letter, DEMONS. I'm struggling.
Yeah. Maybe go around and down like a barber's wheel.
Go girth-wise.
And then
I'll get 1.5 letters in and he's gone, mate, we've gone round. Look, it's going to be massive. Look, I've said it for ages. I never got to play in one. It's been 57 years since the defense.
How many flags have you missed out on?
All of them, mate. I haven't seen any of them.
No. Sorry. How many flags have you played in that you've missed out on?
4.
Because that's a tragic story in itself. That's a sad story.
I lost four football ones, yes.
That's tragic. Over 377
games. Yep. Lost 4. Nicky Sarace, he played in one of those with me. Yep. Yeah, that was the 1-pointer. That was a 1-pointer.
Rightio. All right. Do you want to get into it?
Now, Lee Max came in and said if he was to do that, Pepper, I'd look like Dusty. No, it's understandable, Lee. I'm just going with one. You've had a drought of, 6 years? Hawthorn have had a drought. You don't know what it's like. It's an exciting time. Rightio, J-Dog. Where do you want to start, mate? Where do you want to start?
Let's go with how we always go it. Let's just go with some spin the magnets.
Spin the magnets? All right, let's spin these magnets. I've got a feeling. You know what? I'm going to start off just because of what's happened last week.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to start with the good news? Because I really want you to feel happy about what happened on Sunday night. So let's go with a bit of Demeach. Right, big fella?
3 votes.
Oh, perfect. News to my ears.
3 votes. Tell us about it, big boy.
No, look, Ollie Wines. We all know.
You'd be getting a tat on your tackle for this guy. You'd turn for Ollie, wouldn't you?
Peps, I have been on Ollie Wines since before he was drafted. I was all over him. I loved him. And I said, Peps, watch this guy. What's my Twitter handle, Peps?
Wines Thighs, 16.
Wines Thighs, not 69.
No, 16, I said you did.
Oh, I thought you said 69. Okay, Wines Thighs. So that's my Twitter handle. And this kid, I've been on him since forever. Now, there are years where I'm like, oh, is this going to happen? What an amazing achievement for him. What an amazing Brownlow. Bontempelli. Like, it really came down to who we thought it was going to come down to in the end.
It was a good Brownlow.
3 players getting over 30 votes. We've seen all the media. Look, I love Dolly for the fact that he grabbed a beer instead of a champagne.
I like that.
He torched one of his mates in his speech saying that he's only here just for the party and he gets no votes. Fair enough. And the TV coverage continue to call Travis Spoke the captain of Port Adelaide when he's not the captain anymore. So it's always that awkward moment.
Hey, we've all done that, mate. I called the fullback of West Coast, Shannon Hearn, the captain.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Season preview.
I've done that too.
It's understandable because he's the only player that stood up for West Coast this year.
So, Peps, what was a good night? Good night to a sour year, but a great night.
I have worked out one thing though, and as I was watching him take his speech, if they ever make a sequel to the movie Up,
Mm-hmm.
Ollie Wines could be Mr. Fredrickson, the old man. He looks exactly the same.
Or
Square head. They do a live covered version of the movie Up. Ollie Wines can play Mr. Fredrickson. Look it up, everybody. Carl.
Quagmire. What about Quagmire? Well, Quagmire, I don't know his name. Family Guy got
Giggity, giggity. No.
giggity.
No, giggity.
Big jaw.
Nah, it's just. He's got
So that was
square
good.
head.
Good Brownlow count. I felt in a COVID affected year, it was much better than last year's.
Oh, yeah, because there was people there.
Yeah.
And can I also say, J-Dog, sort of following on from that, I know there was a bit of outrage about it.
Yeah.
Geez, it was good to see good old Ben Cousins there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I actually thought, mate, he's had to deal with shit and he knows he's responsible for it all. I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but
No.
he looked good. He looked healthy.
Yep.
He looked happy.
He's a jet. He's an absolute jet of the game.
He's a rig.
Everyone there is there for him.
Yep. I know he's done his things off field and he's suffered for it, family-wise, kids-wise, all that. But it's just a small step on a big journey, and that would be a big thing for him. And I know his partner was with him. I don't know if it's his partner or just his accompanying person. I'm not too sure, but
Friend, special friend.
That's a special friend seems to have got him back on track too. So it's good. It's good. You want to see those stories. You want to see a bit of redemption. Hey, if Wayne Carey can get redemption, so can Ben Cousins.
Yeah.
Rightio.
Right. We're in Perth. We talk about it. We're in Perth already. Let's talk about it.
All right, go for it.
It's great. The Perth people, the people over there, they're getting behind it.
Are they getting behind it or what?
That's their one and only chance to host one, and they are absolutely going to give it a good shake.
Here's the thing. So Kane Corns has come out and said it's the best stadium in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lordo goes, why? Because it's got lights. It's a fair point. It just doesn't have history like the G does. But here's a question I'll throw out to you, J-Dog. And for the people on listening tonight or listening to this on the podcast on the way home, stuck on the Westgate Bridge because of the protests, would you like to see the AFL Grand Final, let's say, every third year or every fourth year? Let's say every fourth year. So 3 at the G, 1 at a different stadium.
Half of me, the traditionalists, would say no, never move from the MCG. That is where it's at. But the other half is looking at the NFLs of the world, and NBA and all that. They shifted around. So why can't we move the game to the people?
I don't know. I think the other difference though there, J-Dog, is that when you've got 10 teams in the one state, that sort of adds a bit of weight to it as well. Because could you imagine if it was an outside of a COVID year going to Perth and it was Gold Coast Suns versus GWS? They probably still fill it.
Yeah, people still go.
No one would be cheering.
No, but look at last year.
But MCC members, I'm telling you, this is the second year where we've literally got nothing for our money. And it's going to probably happen again over the Christmas period as well. It's going to make it tough.
Well, I hope you guys are going to walk the Westgate.
Oh, we're going to have to walk the Westgate because Burrabong Mars is going to be taken over by the tradies soon.
No,
listen, it's raging. It's coming in. Hot poll right now. Home of the MCG. Home of footy's the MCG by Merv Madigan. Craigie Jones need to have a grand final at Adelaide Oval. No, you don't. No, you don't. Well, not if Port Adelaide because they won't turn up. Simon Trapia, G for life. We can go to the next 4. Troppers, let's just get over this one. All right, don't go blowing it too hard.
But Peps, while we're here, I'd love to go to. I haven't been to Metricon Stadium. I'd like to go to that one.
We should do a road trip when Melbourne played Gold Coast or Port played Gold Coast. We should go up there and do it.
Well, we're going to go to Adelaide this year, but we were
going to go to Adelaide
because of COVID.
We won that game too. We'll go next year.
I'd love to go to Perth to see what that stadium's like.
We should do maybe a lace out. We should do a lace out trip. Or if anyone wants to come with us, we'll do a trip. I don't know if we'll fly, but we'll take a bus from Melbourne to Perth. Melbourne to Adelaide. Go to the footy with the Portress guys, get nuts.
I'm liking Waymo, solid, a strong Geelong supporter. Take it to Geelong. I'm loving that.
Take it to the D's. Jolly Michael's back. Good to see. The D's will play anywhere. But Timmy Madigan to Craig Jones when they need to be at the Adelaide Oval. Murph, when they finish building it, that's a fair point because you've got that hill area.
The hill's the best. Anyway, let's move on from that one there.
Now, we were talking about this. Who's going to present the cup? Who's going to present the cup? Because it would have been a bit of a challenge because you've got everybody in the state here. You can choose the home or footy. Who's over in Perth? Well, with no surprise, Gary Lyon has been selected for the Ds, which I'm really happy with.
Good
and
news.
I think Chris Grant, part of the Bulldogs crew, is going to be presenting it if the Doggies win. And I think they're two harmless choices. I think you got to take what you can get, especially we take what we can get with the band that opened up the Brownlow on Sunday night. They'll be playing at the Rudy Hill RSL once they can fly out of Perth again. And they're also got a 6-week stretch at the Hallam Hotel as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah, Gary McKenzie. Lee Mack's old man's on board tonight. Tell you what, the McKenzie family. I'll tell you what, Gary, you're a top bloke and your son's not too bad either. But yeah, Chris Grant, Gary Lyon, presenting the cap, mint. Absolutely mint. And like Barassi would have been probably doing it for Melbourne, or Danaher would have been doing it for Melbourne if it was here. Tom Boyd might have done it for the Doggies if it was in Victoria. So many choices, but unfortunately it's in Perth. And Jenny Yak's here. My God, the whole Mackenzie's family's here as well. Sister. Oh, this is just the best. Oh, it's the only time they speak to each other. Okay. Talk about it, J-Dog.
I'm just thinking, Gary Lyon, I would have been happy with a Neitz or a Swatter or a Woden, someone from your 2000 team as well. That would have been all right to see.
Yeah, true, but doesn't matter. We'll move on.
Jeffy White, Farmer. Oh, how could we see Farmer?
Stop it. Wiz will be in the crowd. Oh, all righty. Let's get into the bad stuff, big boy. You ready?
Yeah.
Haley off, Ellingworth on. Bloody weakest piss.
All right. I think we can all agree 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Can they just get rid of this pre-finals bye? What a crock of shit.
You want to put back to the start of the final series?
No, get rid of it altogether.
I want to get rid of it.
We don't need it. Why do we need it? The AFL panicked because of one season, because of two nuffy coaches who are not coaching anymore. And because of that, it's ruined the entire final series.
It's flattered it a bit. It has taken just a little bit flatline.
I said last week, would you rather the pre-grand final bye or the pre-finals bye? I'd take the pre-finals bye because at least then it goes in all one big hit. But if you're not good enough to make top 4 during the season, you shouldn't get a special pass to get fit for the elimination finals. It's a crock of turd, mate. I can't stand how they do that.
But on the flip side, Stephen May will be right for you guys. He'll be cherry ripe.
But it wouldn't have mattered because if he wasn't playing, the other nuffy wouldn't have been playing either. Alex Keith. So it would have, and we would have had someone to go down there anyway. So I just think you just play it. The only thing is from the concussion perspective, because you're forced out of the game, even if you're feeling 100%, you're forced out. That's the only. But I think it's just one of those things that
happened in the women's AFL this year.
Exactly. So I just get rid of it, please. And the worst thing is that everybody is saying get rid of it. We don't want it. It's yuck.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just don't want it. Dog's only out of quarantine till Sunday. But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like, I'm not talking about for next year. Don't worry about quarantine. Just get rid of it, Merv. Just get rid of the whole thing. We don't need it.
You're COVID-free. Everything's good back next year.
Just go back to you play the finals straight into it. Straight into it.
All right.
Look at what the NRL do. They just get straight into their finals.
Although their finals is 1 year or 1 week later than ours.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They play 48 games before we get there.
Peps, I'm with you, Peps. I'm a big fan of getting rid of the bye. Since 2016 when it was brought in, it's sort of been a bit unfair or it doesn't reward the teams who fight for the top 4. And now we get this week where it's a bit flat. Like grand final week is games Friday, Saturday, Monday the Brownlow, and then the build.
And I thought, I don't mind this week off. It's just a no man's land.
Yeah, it gets you a chance to be excited. Like you've been excited now for a couple of weeks. That's pretty bloody good. But for the rest of us, we just want
now it's starting to build. Now it's starting to build. We want the game. And you know what? Not even being in Victoria, there's not much going on. Pretty flat.
I just hope that
unless you're a construction worker, there's shitloads going on for you.
We're not going to go there tonight. I just hope that Melbourne don't come out flat because you've played 3 games in 6 weeks or whatever it is now. I just hope that doesn't happen.
Jamie, it's they had the week off after the Brisbane game.
And then another week off.
But so have the Dogs.
Yeah, but the Dogs have played more games.
They've played one more game. This is the thing that frustrates me. Oh, they've had a better. They've had one more game. Big freaking deal.
I hope we don't come back on Tuesday and you're crying to me about how they looked tired and looked flat.
Listen, if they're not going to be flat.
I just hope you're not coming
for a grand final, mate. Get out of here. You're only flatting. And the other thing is I must admit, and if you any AFL supporter will say this, I actually think the result from your prelim flattered the Doggies a bit.
No, they were way better than us. Way better.
Dude, you couldn't even grab the ball.
Yeah, because they were better.
Yeah.
That
was putrid. The old D's, I'm sorry. They had the week off against Brisbane, smashed them. Come out the week after, smashed them. They're too mentally tuned in. They're a completely different mob.
I hope so. All right, we're going to go to the bad stuff?
Oh, dude. Can this...
More bad stuff?
Oh, I thought Carlton were a rabble. Like, if there was a gold, silver, bronze for just idiocracy, Carlton have it at the moment. They're like the Usain Bolt. They're above everybody. Collingwood...
The caviar, the black caviar.
Yeah. Collingwood would be second. Okay? Then St Kilda. All right? So, St Kilda.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, go up to Luke Dunstan and go, mate, we don't have a spot here for you next year. The guy comes out and plays 14 games and pulls 11 Brownlow votes, the second most Brownlow votes for your club, yet you don't have a spot for him. Yet this club seems to think that they are a contender.
It's baffling.
It would be like you walking up to Travis Boak and going, Boakey, we don't have a spot for you anymore. Or us going to Christian Salem, mate, we can't fit you in.
Yeah.
Or Hawthorn going, Tom Mitchell, sorry, mate, we just don't have a spot for you.
To be fair, they wouldn't have known that when they made the decision.
It doesn't matter, Jamie.
To be fair.
It doesn't matter.
To be fair.
If you can tell me that St Kilda can honestly look at themselves in the mirror and go, there is no one of the other 42 or 43 players on our list that is better than Luke Dunstan?
I hope that he goes and plays somewhere and does an amazing job.
I hope he goes and just tears him a new one.
Correct.
Just tears. I really hope that Luke Dunstan is the 2022 version of Ben Brown. Ben Brown couldn't get a game in the worst team in the league. Next year he's playing in a granny. I'd love something like that to happen to him.
We'll see.
Because the St Kilda supporters are already a meltdown. They'll be melting down even worse.
Well, is there talk of where he's going yet, Peps?
Oh, they think he might be going to Essendon, but once again, it's always Essendon, Carlton, Collingwood, Richmond.
Standard Melbourne, the Melbourne teams.
Standard Melbourne teams. Yep, exactly right.
But yeah, I do agree, and that's a shame. That's a shame for him, but I mean, he's just probably going to put his ticket price up a little bit now. And St Kilda will be like, all right, we guess we got to pay that money now to one of our old 45-year-old midfielders.
We leave that to Geelong. Leave that to Geelong, Jamie. Don't go encroaching on Geelong's territory, all right?
All right, so let's keep it going.
All right, big fella. Around the grounds, give us some of the news that's been coming out so far. Now, listeners, I say it every single week, but there's a lot of clickbait going on at the moment. Click here, read this, etc. You don't get that with us because we've got a true newsman. We've got the real newsman. We've got the guy with his fedora, with his little press pass hanging out, sucking on his pencil, in his big trench coat with his notepad, getting all the news. And you know him as the J-Dog, but I know him as the great man, Jamie Wallis. And he's here for this week's Around the Grounds.
Well, let's just clear up a couple of things. I don't wear a fedora. I'll leave that to Craig. I'll leave that to Craig, please.
Yeah.
No badges. No badges. All right. I think we're there, Peps. I think we are there. I think Carlton have themselves a coach. I think so.
I think so too.
I think so. They gave one more crack at Clarko just to test the waters a bit. But he has unanimously came out on AFL 60 and said that is not my preferred choice. I'm not wanting to do that. And so I think it's in Vossi. I think Vossi is the man. So from Port Adelaide coaching staff, Michael Voss Where is my? I don't even have it. I don't even have it.
It's okay, because I was just about to say, I've got a feeling Luke Sayers watches this regularly and had no idea who to pick, and he saw that post-it.
If anyone wants a job, just come and see me and I'll hashtag it and I'll get you a job wherever you want, because I have got Michael Voss that job at Carlton. I said about making Vossi coach again. Hashtag make Vossi coach.
Go back in the archives. Check the videos. The post-it was on his mic. Make Vossi coach again, and he did.
I made him a coach.
You've made him a coach, mate. I'm bloody proud of you, buddy.
Thank you. So Ken's right-hand man has now got a job. Schofield's gone back over to WA. That pisses me off. But I have made Vossi a head coach. And look, I hope he does well. That's all I can hope. Hey, they've got Brian Cook. They brought over Cookie from the architect behind the Geelong rebuild.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
and he was there for the West Coast ones as well too, remember?
Sorry, you're right about that. So maybe they're going to get their shit in order at Carlton. Who knows, Carlton supporters? I don't want to go selling you false hope like you've had for the last 15 years in your membership drives. But maybe it's going to turn around for Carlton, Peps.
Apparently Corey Enright might be, and Scarlo apparently looking to maybe venture down that way too.
Yes, and they've had some potential player movements going on as well, which we'll get to in a later part of the show.
So who replaces Voss and Schofield, J-Dog?
Oh, we know there'll be Bassett. He'll be there still next to him. I would hope that we would go and pick up, try and get some assistants who may want a bit of a more senior role. So you're looking, I would personally love someone like a Don Pike over there. Who else could we get? Yeah, I haven't really thought about that question, to be completely honest with you.
Chris Scott?
No.
He's good.
He can stay at the Cats. No, I would want someone. I would want someone like I thought Teague was going to be all right, but Teague's gone to the Tigers.
That's good. I heard a good joke. I did hear a good joke the other day. What does Chris Scott and Alf Stewart both have in common?
What's that?
They only turn up for home and away. I thought that was quite good, actually.
Hey, Craig Jones. Buckley. I hadn't thought about Buckley. Come back to the Magpies.
Matthew Knights. I reckon he got the raw. I've said this for years. Whoever took over
was going to get the raw end.
Was going to get the raw end of the stick. Mate. Knighty copped it big time.
Look, I'm happy that Vossi's moved on for the role. I'm not wrapped about Bassett, but we'll see what happens. But we get two potential opportunities for coaches to come in and do something different. Who knows?
Exactly right.
I'm back on the bandwagon, Peps. I'm back on the positive Port Adelaide bandwagon.
Nice. Now, we've got some that's good, because I was a little bit concerned. I think the listeners were a little bit concerned about you last week.
I'm back on.
That's good. Isn't good to see a bit of colour back in his face, a bit of hair in his head. Grand final umpires have been announced. Tell us who they are.
Oh, very exciting. So we've got ourselves a couple of familiar faces, Peps.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say familiar faces?
Oh, one of them's been familiar. He's done 9 out of the last 10.
Kind of. Is he the GOAT of the umpires, Peps?
Oh, no. So here's the thing.
What? I can't talk about goats and umpires?
No, you can talk about goats and umpires.
Okay.
But when I talk the greatest when it comes to the umpires, I'm talking Rowan Saws, Neville Nash, Darren Goldspink. These are the ones that I grew up with.
Rightio. All right.
Okay.
So we have got a first-timer, Peps. Jacob Mollison is going to be his first ever AFL grand final. So well done, Jacob. That is a great effort. Has officiated 281 games and 7 finals since 2008. We have the old man of the group, Stevic, 426 games official
First
umpire. Name? Matt. Steve. I don't know.
Even know.
I don't care.
Stevic. You sound like Joe Biden and that bloke down under.
What's his name? Matt Stevic, isn't it?
Yeah, but you just went Stevic.
Yeah, well, just a Stevic. It's like I have to say the other one, Razor.
Oh,
I don't know his name. It's just Razor.
Yeah.
48 finals. Like, he's been there. He's done it all. Officiated his 8th consecutive grand final. past 9 seasons. Woo, woo, woo. And then the last one, we have got at the very end, Brett Rosebery, 457 games, 46 finals, and also officiating his 9th decider since 2000.
Oh,
But his first
fantastic.
since
Good on you,
2018.
gentlemen. Good on you, gentlemen. Good on you, gentlemen, because you
Well
know what?
done.
It's not about the players, it's about the umpires. We've learned that for many, many years now. It's all about the umpires.
And last one there, with Brett Rosebery, he has quarantined in every state across the course of the season, including a 6-week block in New South Wales and Queensland.
Oh,
Freaking amazing.
it's his job.
Umpires, Peps.
And they still
don't
can't
know-
get it right. He had all that time to study and he still couldn't get it right.
We look, they're the we talk about the players and how the players feel. Bloody umpires, there is families attached to them as well. That's a great effort.
Oh, it's beautiful. Now, Jamie, last
Yes, mate.
question. This has come in and this is something I think we might have touched on last week, but I thought we'd bring it up because it started to get a little bit more around premiership medals. Now, I know which way you side and I know which way I side, but there's obviously the ongoing premiership medals for all the squads or just the ones who played. Okay. So, premiership medals. Should everybody in the squad get one, NFL, NBA style, or should only the 22 or now 23 who play on the day plus the coach get a premiership medal?
I'm just going
Under
to
the
wait.
proviso that the everything now is about a squad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when a team's played 44 players this year, or 41 players, I think the Bulldogs have played this year, they've all contributed to that. If you have a look at coaching panels, it's not just the senior coach. The line coaches have actual more hands-on contact than the senior coach with everybody as well.
And they
Should
talk about
be
squad
involved?
mentality. They always say squad. Yep.
Now, a lot of people say yes because it's the in thing to do because everybody gets a participation medal these days. Old school say no. You've got to play on the day to actually get that.
I know where you are, and I think I'm probably the same as you.
You play.
You got
If
to
you play, you get
You're
one.
on the
If you
field.
don't play, you don't get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that
it's
makes
good.
sense.
It's good. Couple of things to come out of it. The only cup that counts in the world is the Denslow Cup. If anybody's seen the movie Basketball, you'll know about that one. And Roscoe, the Donk's back as well. Great to have him on board. The squad gets a team photo that said, Premiers, that will do. Ross, I don't know if you've had too many beverages whilst you're typing that message.
Maybe he's put together.
Yeah, I think he's saying that the squad gets in the premiership photo, but you don't get the medal around your neck.
No, I think
I don't think you should.
on the field, players get the medal.
Yeah.
Does the emergency get the medal? If they don't play?
No, the sub will
sub?
go on. The sub will go on.
They'll put
You
it on
can't tell
somewhere.
me if the team's up by 5 goals with 10 minutes to go, half a quarter to go, they're going to put the sub on. Of course they
True.
will. They will.
So I think, medals onto the players. Otherwise, Jesus Christ, how long are you going to be there for?
Oh,
You'd be there forever. You'd be doing 40 players everywhere. No.
imagine the poor kid who's presenting Oz Kick medallion number 44. He'll be asleep in the back row. There'll be kids kicking, throwing dirt at each other. They'll run out of hats.
Nah, yeah, exactly. No, you want to make it something that's earned.
Yeah, you got to earn. You got to earn it. You got to earn it. And you know who also earns it, J Dog?
Who's that?
Here comes the money.
Yeah, it's splashing the cash time, ladies and gentlemen. Splashing the cash with DJ CJ and my man Shane O'Mac. It's talking about contract news and who's going where. So let's get into it. My boy Joel. It's off to the Gold Coast. Callum Coleman-Jones north for 4 years. I've been a little bit disappointed that they weren't going to keep him, but
Yeah.
he's got to get. Who's he going to get in front of? Lynch, Rewalt, etc.
Yeah.
Happen. Robbie Tarrant going to Richmond. He's a 32-year-old, but they're just slotting him in for a couple of years until their young boys develop a little bit, and obviously to fill the hole left by Asprey.
Yeah.
Jordan Dawson from the Swans is nominating the Crows as his preferred club. Obviously, nobody wants to go to Port Adelaide after what they showed up on Port Adelaide prelim weekend. And Quinton Narkle, an extra year from Geelong, looks like it's on the cards. I don't understand why Geelong would want to keep him. He doesn't fit their age bracket. Being in your 20s.
Maybe our podcast spooked him and we were saying, why are they letting this guy just walk? Look how old they are. And then they spooked him and then we forced a decision. Peps?
Yep. Okay, so let's go into the things that have still got to go. Right. Sam Petrevski-Seaton has put in a trade back to WA. Doesn't care where he wants to go. Just wants to go and see his family.
See you later, awesome. Carlton.
Yep, see you later, Carlton. That's good because Carlton are rebel. Pendlebury and Zeeble, 2 more years each, which is sensational.
Yep.
Adam Chera, Carlton does look like the favourites, but I think the D's, they're able to always work something around trade time. They can turn chicken shit into chicken salad in the best of times. And don't worry, we've got Mr. Taylor there. He'll be able to work something. So we're looking forward to that. Now, Essendon supporters, Jaden Laverde. He had a pretty good season this year, and he still hasn't signed. What's the issue? You've put him up to trade a number of years. He's had a good season. You don't want him anymore. I don't get it. Don't understand it. Matthew Flynn and Jake Riccardi looking to re-sign at the Giants for 2 more years. Jamie Wallis to nominate for the 2021 draft. Yes. Peter Laddams told to look elsewhere by Port. Thoughts, Jamie?
I mean, it sort of is one of those positions where he's never going to be the number 1 rock and he wants the number 1 rock role and he's never going to be the number 1, never going to be a forward because we've got young forwards already. So if you want to take that number 1 rock role, then it's there on the table. There are teams in Melbourne who may want someone like him. Western Bulldogs, for example, might need a new ruck.
No, I don't think they do. I think Geelong need one.
Well, Geelong maybe. You got to have a number 1. He's a good player.
Doesn't fit the age profile, Jamie. In the 20s.
He's a good player. I like him in the team, but at the same time, we've got plenty of coverage for him.
Yeah. My man, Tukey Miller, what a superstar. Looking for a long-term extension at Gold Coast, 4+ years, 18 votes in the Brownlow. Sensational. Jordan Clark, he's chatting with Freo. Expect this to be done. And Nick Larkey from North.
Yep.
Nothing's happening with him, but just gives me an excuse to play this. I love a bit of kangaroo. And I know that it's going absolutely berserk on the chat with a bit of kangaroo too. So there's lots of things going on.
And that happens next week. Are we 1 week out from
1 week off. So it happens the week after. So not this
after
week.
Grand Final.
The after. I think there's a free agency window.
Yeah.
And then usually kicks in after that as well. But once again, it's usually, when we say what do we look forward to in September? It's usually trade week. That's when the bottom, that's our final series. That's what we get excited for.
Trade season. It goes for 3 months.
Exactly. It should be done in a week. Give them 5 days. Got to work it. Nothing happens on the first few days anyway. All right. Okay. Before we get into it, we're just to let you know, Thursday night, J-Dog and I will be going live with the grand final teams. We'll also be going into our in-depth analysis. If you've seen our first couple of weeks from the finals, it's been immense. It has been, don't worry about all the fluffy ones. You get on to it. Tipped out Thursday night with us. That's the program that just gives you all the insight and deep down going into the AFL final series. I'll be previewing it obviously from Melbourne's perspective. J-Dog will be doing it from the Western Bulldogs perspective. We're going to look into, obviously, the teams. We're going to look into who's going to take who, what are the matchups, where do you see the game being played, if you think of any tactics that might be used, that sort of thing in our predictions as well. So we'll be going into that on Thursday night, around about that 7:30 mark, Australian Eastern Standard Time. And for everybody who's listening to this outside of Australia, just check your local guides.
And for those who are Western Bulldogs supporters, hit me up with a message. Send me a message. Tell us why your team is going to, why the Bulldogs going to win. And I want you to just tell me why. What are you seeing? Because you guys are the ones who are face into the mud. You are seeing it all. So tell me, why are the Western Bulldogs going to win? What are you going to do? What's it going to look like?
I can tell you now, I've got the Melbourne supporters, countries, will be issuing me a few notices as well and some insight why they think that they will win. I know the Love Machine, he's on here at the moment. Jolly Michael's there. Trops might drop me some. Fish might drop me some.
Hit us up on our emails. We've got laceoutpodcast@gmail.com, something like that.
Yep, laceoutpodcast@gmail.com.
We've got our Facebook channel. Drop us a message on there. Why will your team win? Why will the Western Bulldogs win? Why will Melbourne win? Tell us why.
Okay. Look, we've got a bit of we always have our goodbyes. We have the Gonski files, okay? And normally we would start off with a bit of James Blunt. But the thing that I can see is that Geelong just got rid of Josh Jenkins, Ben Jarvis and Cameron Tarney this year. They've just been let go. Once again, Ben Jarvis, Cameron Tahini, two young blokes just didn't fit into that age profile. Once again, they have to be in their mid-30s to early 40s to get a game at Geelong. And Josh Jenkins just being let go because it's Josh Jenkins.
And he hasn't played since round 2.
Yep. I thought when he went down to Geelong, he'd make a massive show of it, but when they brought Cameron in, his papers were stamped. But hey, he's milked another season out of him. Good on you, big fella. Rightio. Now, I have to play this, big boy, because it's pretty exciting for me. So a bit of Joe Esposito going on here because earlier this week, a massive part of the Melbourne Football Club retired.
Mm-hmm.
We know him as you could say who's been the best number 2 at Melbourne Football Club. First and foremost, you would say Robbie Flower. 274 games, best and fairest. All of fame. Absolute gun. Made me fall in love with football. My favourite player growing up.
Yep.
But this guy, Nathan Jones, retires after 302 games. 3 best and fairest. He played in a final in his first season back in 2006. 6+ years as captain. He's just been the lifeblood of that team. Not for the now, but for the years that we were shit. And trust me, there were a lot of years we were shit.
Mm-hmm.
He just kept the glue. He could have gone many, many times. Was offered to go to Collingwood, was offered to go Hawthorn, other clubs potentially. So I'd say, no, we're going to hang with the Ds. Played in a crap load of losses, and he's he is the best. It's a shame that he's not playing this week, but I think he understands why.
Yep.
You can't just put him, I've been saying, put him at the medical sub. You just cannot put him as a medical sub.
And
sorry. It's okay as a nice, that'd be a great Cinderella story, but if they pop an injury in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And like the survivor that he is, Peps, he got voted out of the island in the end. He took himself out of the island.
Yeah, he didn't have the immunity idol.
He left the camp and he said, all right, boys, I'm done.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't have the immunity idol. But you know what? He's gone home. His wife
had a kid.
Had twins. They had twins. They had 2 twins.
2 twins?
They had twins. Yep, they had twins. He said that it was the right choice. It's a cruel game, but I think there's just nothing but praise. I don't think there'd be many people, it don't even have to be a Melbourne supporter. AFL supporters would have a bad word for him because he just seems like an all right guy. And you know what? He doesn't have shit tats. He actually looks bald head, painted up arms. He looks good. Chad Wingard could maybe learn a couple of things there.
Always.
Rightio. Where are we going with this one, big boy? What's next? Over to you.
What's on the show? Oh, we've got some injuries.
Oh, not really. We haven't had any injuries. The same injuries we had last week.
We'll just look.
Stephen May will play.
Cody Weidman will play. Alex Keith will play.
And the other dude from Melbourne twisted his ankle, Charlie Spargo.
Yeah, how'd that go? What's happened with that one there?
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Just jarred his ankle. For God's sake, there's nothing to talk about, these reporters, unlike us. All righty. So we're going to get into the listener question. Now,
we are.
Jamie's going to get into that. But what I'm going to ask is everybody who's listening right now, and what I'd like you to do is give us if you've got any questions for Jamie and I regarding leading into this grand final, anything you want to ask us, anything at all. We're going to have a bit of a slot at the back of the Ask the Hosts. ATH, we like to call it. And ask us anything you want, and we'll just be up front and straight with you. Football related, non-footy related. You want to know something about us, go for it, because we've got a bit of time because there's not much footy on. So we're saving a little bit for Thursday, but we'll give you a bit of heads up about ourselves. So whatever you want to know, just ask us. All right, big boy. Give me your listener question.
Excellent. All right, we've got one from the Yank, Craig Wessels, all out from USA. The question this week was, what are your grand final day traditions? And I love this stuff. This is the stuff that I love on grand final day. For Craig, I said setting my alarm clock for 2 a.m. because that is the time difference over there for poor Craigie Wessels. So that's brutal. One of your mates, I think, has had a bit of a mare and just typed the wrong response. Zoe said dogs by 5. That's not a tradition. But anyway, we'll move forward. Waymo has come out and said, get the newspaper, read every article, cut out the sweep for the first goal and the Norm Smith winner annoy everyone to be involved with the sweep, and proceed to never win said sweep. Happens often to a lot of people out there. Blake Wallis said, as an Essendon fan, I follow a strict tradition of not seeing my team play football. Like that. There's only 7,000 days since you guys won a final. Jazz Chatsy has said, barbecue. I like that one there. Lee Moss, 15 cans before quarter time, and has asked one of his mates to chime in there.
He doesn't have cans. Lee Moss drinks cider. There's no cans there. No. It's bottles of cider.
I like it. Do you have any grand final traditions, Peps?
Yeah, first can before double digits.
Okay, I like that one.
Usually get together with the boys. We usually have a sweep. We'll be doing that again this week.
And what's your sweep? What do you do? How do you do it?
We just have a Norm Smither. We have a Norm Smither, so it'll be maybe $10 each. Mm-hmm. If there's 11 people, that's 4 players each, 2 from each team.
Yep.
And whoever wins gets the cash, mate. Gets the cash.
I like it. Do you? I'm a big fan of the halftime kick.
Oh, definitely halftime kick.
Markers up or whatever you want to do, depending how drunk you are.
Oh, it's even better. If you're not drunk, you go to the Oval. If you really have had a few, and especially if it's a crappy game, so you're getting stuck into it, you just go to get about 6-7 cans in, and then just play on the road.
One thing that I've been doing this year, teaching my little 2.5-year-old, is doing the old Eddie Betts, kicking the goals, and then doing the the bananas, the stuff like that. There's clever stuff.
Even these ones, do these ones.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah,
or the Charlie Camerons. Do the old motorcycle. What other grand final traditions do I have? Same with you, Peps. It's a barbecue. It's generally always going to be a barbecue. And then watch the sprints. Got to watch the grand final sprints to see who the fastest player in the league is.
Always got to see the pre-grand final entertainment to see how bad it is. And also have to see if the Australian national anthem is good, because I think that's the highlight. Once that's sung, you get a bit of a gleam in the players' eyes to see if they're tuned in or not. Yeah.
And it depends on what time you want to start. Like some people start around 10 o'clock. That's not a bad way to start it. For a 2 o'clock game, that's the tradition. Oh. This year, a bit harder though. If we weren't all locked down, it would have been a nice year, because a barbecue dinner or whatever, 5 o'clock tea, whatever you want to do, beers, game finishes at night time, that would have been good. That would have been good. Oh.
Well, just goes to show that our mate Roscoe, Donk Bartlett, I'm normally at the grand final watching the long kick over the Yarra, watching the Tigers. Well, you won't be doing any of that this year. Just get on the Ds, all right? Don't worry about the Dogs, go the Ds. The Dogs had theirs in 2016. D-Day. D-Day is this Saturday.
Also, right. you've also got to give, like, just trying to psych out your mates who are going for the team in the grand final. I just keep saying, I've got a bad feeling.
You don't need to do that.
Just try and get on their nerves a bit. Just push them.
Jamie, you knew that with 17 teams. When it comes to Melbourne, we don't need to be told that it's not over or it is over. We know we could be 8 goals up. It's still not over.
Yeah.
But we're a little bit more confident this year. So,
Victoria people get the grand final Friday. Don't forget, Friday's a grand final Friday is a day off for Victorians.
Yes, it is. Rightio. Question: will I get a tat pep? I said earlier in the show that if Melbourne do win, myself and Big Trev will be going to get some inkage if they win. So that will be a yes. Don't know where, don't know what, but we've got some ideas. Nothing too outlandish, but just somewhere where it's only special people can see it. Will I do a nudie run at 3/4 time if you're up by 8 goals? No. I'll be doing it by halftime, because we'll be up by 10 goals then.
You will. I don't know.
No. I don't know how the game's going to go, to be honest. That's just nerving me out a little bit, to be honest. It's starting to kick in. Now that this episode's kicked in, am I a brie or a camembert? I'm a brie guy, I must admit. That's no one's asked you anything, J-Dog, because
my team is in the grand final.
Nah, but you're not that interesting. Scones in the president's function. If Narelle makes them. What else? Yeah, that's about it. No one else. Do you honestly give the D's any chance? That's coming from a Western Bulldogs supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 3 reasons why the Bulldogs will win this, Jamie, right now.
I believe they will win it because they are unpredictable. That's fine.
That's fine.
They've got no forward structure that you guys like, and they'll just
They've got no forward structure.
They'll do dirty like they did against Port Adelaide. Just get it in deep and get for the little crumbs and little players like that get around. And they'll beat you up on the inside.
Okay.
And then Bontempelli will kick 10.
Fair enough. The D's are a massive chance. To be honest, I'm picking the D's by 40 plus.
Are you going that high?
I'm going. I really think what happened about what happened with your mob has flattered the Dogs' result because they were playing witches' hats that night. At least Geelong tried. Your mob were poo.
I hope you win. I do hope you win. I know we're talking about Thursday stuff already, but I do hope you win. I really do.
I just don't think if Norton doesn't fire, they're gone. That's the thing. If Norton does not get on it, they've got no one to kick. They have to kick 100 points. They have to kick 15 goals.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they can kick 15 goals. If Norton doesn't fire, they don't kick 15 goals. Waitman's not going to kick 6 by himself.
Yeah. No, he won't kick 6 by himself.
And the pressure that we
Bailey Smith kick a couple.
Bailey Smith's going to kick a couple.
If Bont gets on the scoreboard, if Jack McRae gets on the scoreboard.
No.
Not worried about it. Team English is down there and you just mark everything on.
Team English is going to have to go to Specsavers and get the number 31 burnt out of his cataracts by the end of that game because he'll be just chasing Gorney's ass all day.
Caleb Daniel will do a couple of 50-metre bombs.
Yep. Good on him. Straight to Melbourne. Yep, I know. It's coming. How many Brown? I reckon 3. It won't be much because we'll spread him out. But if he plays like he did against Geelong, wow, Alex Keith got no chance. I'll be able to keep up with him. Good old Twang Keithy. He's going to kick him for the D's. Keith will destroy Brown. Okay. Who will kick him for the D's? I reckon Pickett. Pickett will be in for a few if the ball gets to the ground. Beautiful. They'll just spread it around. They'll do it all year.
So you have got no bone in your body that says you're not going to lose this game.
Oh, mate, I'm panicking big time. I'm shitting myself.
Oh, dear.
I am shitting myself.
Okay, what's a danger sign for you? Like, if what's the point where you start to get nervous? Is it the first 3 goals of the game and you start to get a bit itchy?
If we get off to a slow start.
Okay, so same as us.
Yeah.
Would you have a demon, a classic demon goalless quarter in the grand final?
Yep.
You will?
But we kicked 8 in the other 3. It doesn't matter if we kick 8 in another 3. I just think it's going to be a good game. I think their midfield bats deeper, but we're more of a cohesive team, if that makes sense. And I think our pressure around the ground will be just too much. Especially inside 50.
I do think you got a better forward line. That is true, and I think your halfbacks are much better as well. So
well, let's not talk about it too much, J-Dog. We're going to talk about that on Thursday night, live on Tipped Out. But so we've got 2 more episodes for the year. We've got this week's Tipped Out on Thursday night. Join us, have a bit of a chat, give us your tips. Norm Smith, everything there. And we're going to be doing. We're going to be back next week for our review. I'm either going to be happy, joy, or upset that I have to deal with nuffies like Mossy talking to me about how good the doggies are.
Peps, if the doggies get up, I actually don't know if this chat will have anyone other than doggies in it. It's just given to you all game.
They can give it to me if they want, but you know what? They weren't actually playing, so they didn't have anything to do with it. All right. That's it, J-Dog. You have been sensational for that, so thank you very, very much for
thank you.
Year so far. We'll be back next Tuesday night, but Thursday night, join us for Tipped Out. It's our grand final preview extravaganza, the only preview that you need to listen to all year. So on behalf of myself,
two more shows to go. Two more shows
to go.
That's it for the year.
Shows to
go.
We
might do a yearly wrap up, and we'll get Lee Mack on.
You know what we might do? Here's what we might do, right? I'm throwing it out there, J-Dog.
Okay.
We can have up to 10 people in in this setup at once. How about if you would like to be on our end of season review show, shoot us a message. All you need to do is have Google Chrome. If you've got Google Chrome, you've got a microphone and you've got a camera, we'll put you on as part of our wrap-up show for the year. You'll be able to tell all your friends that you're going to be live, but you'll also be on part of our podcast as well too. So if you want to be part of it, all right, Lee Mack was part of it last year and he brought the milkshakes to the yard. I did ask Big Trev to join us tonight and he panicked. So, yeah, we'll get it. If you want to be part of it, just let us know and we'll get you on board. All right. So shoot us a message on the Facebook channel. Yep. We'll do it.
I like decisions made that are not discussed previously. I love this.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. just throwing it out there. All right. We'll leave it to you, everybody. We'll see you on Thursday night. J-Dog, how do you love your grand final week, big boy?
I like it lace out.
And I love you, lace out. Go Demons!
See you, listeners.
Thanks for listening to our latest episode. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe, rate, and leave a review on iTunes. I'm your host, Chris Pepper, and with Jamie Wallis, we give you your footy how you want it. Peace out.